Just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store. As it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. On the Rams sideline is Sean McVay. These guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game. So we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jones. Throw out wide is incomplete. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing Jones. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Well, one thing we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of the game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. Here's May.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Now 2nd and 5. Carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play. Now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. With a tackle there by Micah McFadden. The Eagles at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's good for Eagles.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
They open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 89 yards and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And the Rams first down.
A give running right is counter. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
To the 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd
In
and
motion
7.
right, that's Wilson. Moore, the man in motion. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. To the air, May. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Tackle back at the 17-yard line.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. They go play action now. May. Pass complete to Loveland. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 14-0 first quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league. 2nd year in the NFL. How about last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass?
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him go up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass, exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. First down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the counter, it's Connor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Los Angeles.
Off play action. Jones. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Buying time to his left. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Gain of 21 yards. And the Rams first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it second down and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Here's Jones. Off play action. Eluding the pressure right. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they send a man in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. James Conner with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Out quickly to Judy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4. Throwing here is May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Kamara up the middle. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into red territory. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run. It's Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Running left is Tracy. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays, not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
To throw, it's May. He's got his running back out of the backfield. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for another Eagle.
We're going to throw, May. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
At the Rams.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
From the gun, it's May. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll throw with May. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 21-7. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd and 6.
Now Jones is going to back this forward on the jet sweep. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
1st down, Rams.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the gun, a give to Connor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble that gets him a 1st down.
It's a gain of 32. 1st down, Rams.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run behind center with Connor. Oh, nice move. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
Los Angeles.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run here with Connor. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. In motion, the tight end. On 2nd and goal, Jones. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this is going to be incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got room past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. He finds Douglas complete. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. At the
A 10th carry for Kamara. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd.
They'll drop to throw. Able to avoid him. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Good for an Eagles.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the 2nd half. And it's a pretty good return here as we get this up to the 29. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll try to keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
At the 31-yard line.
2nd down, it's Kamara again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Taken down by
So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and 1.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Looking to throw. Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming out.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
49-yard line.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Powering his way forward. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now with 1st down carry, it's Kamara. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That little 1st down pickup of 8.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. Heck of a move. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Here's 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll drop the throw. Steps away to his And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Drake May, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise. Methodical is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and Daniel Jones set to take over again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. And runs over. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And the Rams first down.
Connor up the middle. Gets past one man. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 9.
From the 45 on second down. Jones. That to the right sideline. And it falls incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first round.
And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Connor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Connor is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Second down and goal. Jones. And it's caught. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Jones. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it. Because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
In the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Daniel Jones. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. There'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Again, it's Kamara. Nice little juke. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
That's good for an Eagles.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number one stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Gotta have him.
Yeah, I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
A quick throw, incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now another one thrown incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Rams offense and their veteran running back James Conner ready for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Gain of 17 yards. First down, Rams.
On the draw, Conner. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a handoff to Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And unable to connect, incomplete. We'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, design run for their wideout. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Kamara up the middle. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. 2nd down and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
2 yards on the pickup.
Second down, it's Kamara again. And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 13-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd-and-2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They run. It's Kamara. And he's not going to get there. Not have even lost a yard. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Rams first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Los Angeles.
Back to throw. Jones. They'll get that one complete to Connor. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 15. First down, Rams.
On first and 10 is Connor. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
To throw is Jones. He's got the connection to Moore. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now Jones. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
But it brings up 4th down.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 29-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's May. Dancing to his left. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. What we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Eagles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.